A lot has been said about downtown Minneapolis since the pandemic, but if you tune out the talk and look at the cell phone data, the downtown area is in the midst of a pretty big comeback. Minneapolis tops a new downtown recovery ranking that measures activity going back to last March. But as Kent explains tonight, that's not all our phones are telling us.
If you're trying to rise above the noise and opinions about the health of downtown Minneapolis, experts say look for the signals sent by our cell phones.
Minneapolis has done a pretty rapid comeback just this year.
Karen Chappell is the director of the School of Cities at the University of Toronto, which has used cell phone location data to compare traffic across 62 different North American cities since the pandemic. And Minneapolis tops the most recent update, with visits to downtown growing 45% from March of last year to March of this year.
It looks like the numbers really took off in late June. I do have to note that at that time, we had our Taylor Swift effect.
Oh, fantastic. Well, you had people coming for several days for Taylor?
Yes.
And that's so interesting to hear. So we're actually going to do a Taylor Swift study where we're going to look at multiple cities and the Taylor Swift effect, because we think this actually helped several cities come back last year during the Eras tour.
That comeback in Minneapolis continued through much of July, thanks to other events like the Taste of Minnesota and the Aquatennial celebration. But Chappell says summer isn't what ultimately set us apart.
Minneapolis continued on a positive trajectory through the fall and winter. Can we attribute that to the Timberwolves?
Go Wolves!
Yes, the Wolves' resurgence has certainly attracted a bigger pack of visitors, but the mild winter and busy concert and convention calendar didn't hurt either. And you also have to keep in mind where the year started. Minneapolis ranked near the very bottom of last year's list.
It certainly looks like Minneapolis had the most room to grow.
Oh, absolutely. You were in the bottom three. It's not like you're totally recovered. It's just that Minneapolis is on the upswing.
And if you look closer at the data by the time of day, you'll see what's holding that recovery back. Visits during weekday working hours are still less than half of what they were pre-pandemic.
So the question then becomes, how do you build on that, adding a range of other daytime activities that will continue to kind of help build out this 24/7 range of options in the downtowns.
John Commerce is founder of Visible City, which teamed up with a company called Placer to map cell phone data within downtown. It showed that hotspots for activity in 2019 shifted in 2023, and he says that is something developers and retailers can build on.
There's no such thing as a fully built city, and the reality is that cities in a physical way as well as a social way are always in the business of reinvention.
Maybe it's working more as a place for social connection than for work these days.
Well, cell phone trends aren't the only thing driving the urgency for downtown reinvention. According to the latest real estate data, more than 30% of downtown offices remain vacant, and that is already having an impact on property values that impact the tax base for the city, county, and the entire state.